Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So, as I mentioned, it is earnings season that's kicking off, and Dow Jones gets impacted in the first week or so quite severely, and that is why we are pretty much going nowhere while the DAX and the S&P are on a tear of note. So, my advice basically still stays the same: wait for earnings to complete itself here, and then start looking at the Dow Jones. There are plenty of opportunities in the DAX and the S&P right now, and even in Forex. So let's just get through them. So we do have diversions here. You can see grouping. So that's high, low. That's high, high. So that is pullback diversions or reverse diversions or bearish diversions. So you would be expecting price to come back onto some structure. Now, on the 8 hour, I'm just going to go to that level there. So you've got these tails here, you've got that tail there. So that would be, and then you've got this inside tail. So that would be the most logical thing if it does pull back, is to pull back into this area. But tails to the upside, tails to the downside, bob wire near an not an all-time high, but near the high of the last couple of weeks. Pretty much, I think that's actually near the high of the year. No, there has been here before in February, and December highs up there. So yeah, so it's kind of near the most recent highs. So obviously it is going to be a bit volatile. Trend is still up. There's no debate about that. We are above the 155. It's just a really messy trend. And if you look at the 3 hour, you can see a really strong move up. Have a look at what's happening with the oscillators. They're starting to separate. If you start drawing your trend lines in, you've only really got one that you can draw in at the moment, which is that one. Now at this stage, flat bottom triangle, which means a bearish move to the downside. But if you start getting a second fractal here, you're going to start forming a flag. And if it does move further down and pull up very quickly, you're going to have a channel, which is still going to be a flag after a really solid move this week. So from a weekly perspective, this is a massive potential engulfing bar. Obviously, we need to close above this level for it to be engulfing. That's 34,505. But that does look like it is possible. So get your levels in. There are a few earnings coming up, but I have a feeling some of them are going to be after market, which is not going to really help. And I'm not sure I want to be anticipating solid earnings over the weekend and stressing about that position. So you can see what I mean from the daily perspective. Zero direction all over the place, not knowing what's going on because we are waiting for those earnings to come out. Another grouping of the oscillators. So this could be a situation of somebody knowing something probably worthwhile watching volumes at the moment, or even just watching those individual stocks that are coming out and just watching what's happening there. But for me, I'd just rather just wait in the sidelines. I'm not really going to get too worked up over it. I don't want to sort of stress myself out with sideways movements like this on the 15-minute. And you can see 15-minute is looking like going to be a retest of these tails and another move down. So I'd be waiting down here, 34,319 and 34,289. That's the first area I'd be waiting, and then obviously a little bit further down at 34,150 area. But ultimately, money in pocket, not going to be jumping into this. We'll wait for earnings, and then the next big batch of earnings is on Tuesday. So I suspect you're going to be all over the place until at least Wednesday on the Dow Jones. So yeah, for me, this is money in pocket, nice safe trade. Earn a little bit of interest over the next couple of days, and then come out swinging sort of Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Hope it helps. If it does, don't forget to drop us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. And we will catch up with you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.